Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar here at Be Found Online on Click Intelligence. Before we get started, we want to make sure everyone can hear us clearly. If you can hear us clearly, just send us a message via the chat window. All right. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Quincy Bingham, paid search and social analyst here at Be Found Online. I'm with Steve Cosma, our digital analytics manager, and he'll be going over Click Intelligence with you. So go ahead and see.
All right, thank you very much, Quincy. And without further ado, we're going to get started. So what is Click Intelligence? At Be Found Online, a few months ago, we had found a way to create events dynamically and to use experiments within Google Analytics to figure out the best way to improve your conversion rates. So we focus on conversion rate optimization through Click Intelligence. So with Click Intelligence, we find these actionable insights throughout your site, throughout your Google Analytics, and we make recommendations on moving around links on certain pages that will improve your conversion funnels and eventually lead to higher conversion rates. Now, this isn't a standardized report, nor will this take, a week. It might take months, right? But what we do is we dive into the data. We get our hands figuratively dirty, and we pull out the recommendations we give you recommendations in order to improve your overall website and experience for the users on your website, right? So we don't focus on a certain marketing campaign. We don't just focus on organic or SEM. We focus on your website as a whole. All right, so how is it done? We use event-based reporting through the use of Google Tag Manager, and we can track every link click on a website. Okay, so what this does is it creates a new event for every link on every page. So for instance, if you have 10,000 unique links, it's going to create 10,000 unique events anytime somebody clicks on a link. Now obviously you might have 10,000 unique links, but if you only get 100 visitors a month, you're not going to have all those 100 visitors click on every link. So this really only works if people are clicking on your links. Right? So this is a heat map in a sense, but it's a data heat map. We don't have image overlays. We dive in using data charts. And we can use segments, we can use different metrics, we can look at your links in different ways to determine which links are doing better and which ones need to be moved and need to be improved on within the conversion funnel. Right? So when someone clicks on a link, what happens is that event is dynamically named and created in Google Analytics. It's a little bit of a complicated procedure, but I'll be known, the only things that you need, okay, are Universal Analytics, Google Tag Manager, and us. Okay, so we have a very unique team over here that can give you the analysis and the recommendations that's needed to improve those conversion rates. So what breaks Click Intelligence? What makes Click Intelligence not work? All right, IFrames. IFrames are Click Intelligence's worst nightmare. So if you have an iframe on your site, basically what happens is either we won't be able to get Google Tag Manager within the iframe, depending on the third-party site that is running the iframe. Any sort of poorly named links, and also if you don't have any alt text for your image links. So those image links, if you click on them, they're just going to come up as image or no link text, right? We don't want to have that happen. It can happen though, and this is basically what's gained from Click Intelligence is you'll overall get higher conversion rates. We'll be able to provide you with information on poorly named links. So if you have poorly named text links or image links, we'll let you know to get those fixed so that not only your users can have a better experience, they know what they're clicking on, but also any sort of bots that are calling your website can know what a link is instead of it just being a blank link. They won't know where it's going to or what it should be associated with. So how are users behaving? And we can also know how users are behaving on every page of your site, which is really important. Without Click Intelligence, you can see how certain pages perform, right? But with Click Intelligence, we can see what users are doing on every page of your site. So where are they clicking? Which links are getting the most clicks? And we'll look at that soon. So right now we're going to dive into the data using our very own Google Analytics account. All right, so pulling that up. Right now, well, first what I'd like to take a look at are our total events. All right, so I'm going to look at a time period over the, see here, so it's going to be over the past month. It'll pop up here soon. Sorry for the delay, folks. You all know Google Analytics can be a little fickle at times. All right, so we're going to do the previous 30 days, and we're going to see how many people clicked on our unique link. So right now we have 2,000 total events, right? But that doesn't mean how many links we have, unique links. We only have 291, it says right here. But what we have to do is we have to look at all the pages that those links reside on. So we could have a certain link that's named Our People that's on multiple pages, so it's going to show up as one event. But if we look at them side by side, we see that we have about 950 unique links across the site, almost 1,000. Right? That would take a very long time to create all those individual tags in Google Tag Manager. Right now we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. What I'd like you to do is to go to befoundonline.com, and I want you to start clicking around. So we have our real-time report right here, and I can see what people are clicking on in real time, the events they're showing. So this is the events report in real time right down here. And I'm going to click on, a couple of things here. So we got manage campaigns, just some random ones. I'll click on, scroll up here. I'll click on maybe something in here, local mobile, etc. And in here we can see, look at all these events that are happening. You guys are clicking on all these events. We can see those automatically being created within Google Analytics. It's really awesome. This will help you out maybe if you just created a brand new page, you can see any sort of lists that page has, where people are clicking on. Let's say you're running a commercial. You can go on your real-time reporting here, and you can see how that commercial is affecting your traffic in real time, where people are clicking on. And if you say in the commercial, hey, go to my site and click on the request a proposal link, and then you can see if people are actually doing that in real time. Interesting stuff. All right, but you can't really dive into data in the real-time reporting. It's limited. What we want to do is we want to look at a very top-level view. So how are each one of my main pages performing? The pages I care about. So I have my whole site, my home page, what we do, articles and points of view. So each one of these widgets can either be the whole site, it can be a button. Here we're looking at a page, individual pages. And by the way, guys, this is in your dashboards report, which is on the left-hand side. A lot of you might just kind of skim that over. Oh, I don't know how to create that, or it's something that I'm not interested in. Dashboard reports are really important. You can look into your data in a very top-level view very quickly. You can figure out what's going on in your site. The only issue with this is that I know that I have more than 10 links on my sites, or on my home page, my What We Do page. But the thing is, I can only see the top 10 for my widgets in this view. What about if I want to look deeper into the data, which is what we really want to do? We want to see how or where people are clicking on each page. So the page I want to focus on is our contact page. So this is our contact us page, and you guys can even see that in real time. That just popped up, and it should, there we go, contact us. So I just clicked on that. All right, so this is the page, and I want to see, I want to make sure that people are going here, and when they go here, I want them to submit. I want to track that submit button. I want to improve clicks on that. So what I did is I created a customized report, and I'm going to be able to see every single link clicked on that page. So over the past 30 days, we only had 11 unique link clicks, right? With 7 submits. Now let's say if I made a change on that page, let's say if I moved the submit button from the right side, it was originally on the right side, now it's on the left side. So I want to see how that improved or not improved our clicks on the submit button. So I can compare to the previous month, the previous 30 days. This is This is a simpler way of doing experiments, right? The change can be made on the website, and then we can see in real time how that affects things. So we can see actually that if that change had happened, right, it actually created a 46% drop in clicks on the submit button. Not something we want to see, so we would probably recommend to the client moving the submit button back to where it was or moving it somewhere else. Maybe making it bigger, maybe changing around the form a little bit to making it a little bit easier for your users to complete. Or also getting more traffic to this page too, so that we can get better insights from that. So we can dive down into individual pages and how they perform. But what we can also do is we can look at links that are common throughout the website. So on befoundonline.com, we have this get a quote button, right? This is almost on every page of the website. So I can track the performance of this button, this link click, which pages perform the best. So what I do is, that's also in our little dashboard report here. I can scroll down and I have it right here. So I can see the top 10 pages, which perform the best for that click. So on the request a proposal, people are also clicking on the request a proposal button on the right-hand side instead of filling out that form that's right there. But on the Click Intelligence webinar confirm page, people are also clicking on the request a proposal, which is really interesting. So, but I want to dive down a little bit deeper. I want to see every page that that button was on. So I look at the customized report, and I can see here over the past 30 days we had 17 different pages that link was clicked on. Right? If I increase that number, if let's say I look from the beginning of June, then I can see more pages which had that happen. All right, so I have 28, right? And if you have pages, let's say the blog right here had the most pages per session when somebody clicked on it. So maybe we want to promote the request proposal button throughout the blog a little bit more. Maybe it's a recommendation we would make to a client, if this is an example. And therefore, we would be able to see if or whether or not there were any lifts in clicks on that link. Right. So far we looked at real-time, dashboard, and customized reports, so really dive down into the data. The last one, you might have seen this with the goal flow report. This is an event flow report. So this is not a very easy report to look at with only a handful of events, which we've seen a lot of clients that maybe have 20 or 30 unique events on their website, and most time events are created to tie in as a goal, right? To be tracked as goals, really not just by events as themselves. So what we've done here is we have all this event data, and we can see, we can highlight maybe one section, and we can see, the traffic through this path, right? I want to explore traffic that had come from the United States, I then clicked on the Click Intelligence one, and then how else it performed. And this is going to make a little bit of a lighter out of me. It's loading. All right, there we go. So now I can explore this path a little bit more. It's another report that we can look at, another way that we can kind of analyze your data and provide you with the recommendations that are necessary to improve that conversion rate within your conversion funnel, that is. So those are our 4 main reports. And what we're going to do is we're going to open it up to questions now. Quincy, are there any questions at all from our participants?
Let's see here. Don't be afraid to ask any questions, guys. Well, we have a question right here from, let's see, Grace. She asks, with so many pages, how do you prioritize which pages you want to view the links from?
Okay, so that's a great question. So which pages do we really focus on and improving the links on, right? So those would be, that would really determine on which goals, either us or the client has decided on focusing on. So we don't want to tackle every goal at once. We want to focus in on one and really improve that. So for example, we have the, for our website, let's say the contact us goal, right? So we want to see how, we want to observe the behavior of how users are getting to that to that page and how to improve those rates. So let's say they're looking at the About Us page first before contacting us. So maybe we want to promote the About Us page more so we would get eventually more clicks on the Contact Us page. But really that depends on the client and what goals we're focusing on. That's a great question.
All right. We have another question. I guess the question that Sean here wants to ask is, how do you differentiate normal analytics from click intelligence analytics?
Okay, that's great. That's a great question. Okay, so regular analytics is basically, I mean, this is our analytics platform, right? My analytics platform right now looks almost the same as yours. I have all the same reports. We're not changing around the way that the platform is. We can't do that. But what we can do is we can flood the Google Analytics platform with a lot of events, right? So what all people have is they don't have an event for every link click on the site, and they don't know which pages those link clicks are happening from very easily, right? So through our process, what we can do is we can see which page that link is going to and which page it came from. So for example, if I'm looking at all of our events here, and I want to focus on, let's say, the Our People one. We talked about that one before. So I'm going to click on that one, and that's the name of it, name of the link. It's in the text. And we choose the event action as being the page which it's going to. Okay, so if it's, let's say, a comment button, that's one way of filtering that report. We'd filter the report for this link in the event action, and so that I can see which page that the Our People link performed the best on. Or if I want to see, which page that let's say our link is on the home page, and I want to see how the home page performed with our link, then I would filter by the event label. And the event label tells us which pages that those links are occurring on and how they're performing. So, for example, it performs the best on the home page. On the Who We Are page, makes sense. On the Our Company, Contact, right? These are all the Our People link. So, but a great question, right? So it's basically the main difference is you're just looking at the data by itself. You're getting a lot more events. You're getting events for every click, every link click.
Sounds good. All right. Any more questions? I think that's it.
All right, thank you guys. So feel free to contact us at befoundonline.com/talk-to-us/contact. You can email me at stevecosma.com. I'm sorry, stevecosma@befoundonline.com or quincy@befoundonline.com. We'd like to thank you again very much for attending the webinar today, and we look forward to hearing back from you.
All right, thanks guys.